Lost in Groove. We are here with Martin from the band Lover. Good morning, Martin.
Good morning. Hi.
Thank you for being so early here this morning at 10:30 Central European Time. I believe that also is the same time for you.
Yeah, 10:31 exactly.
Yes, we are very precise.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm fine actually. There's not been a lot of gigs and music involved in my life lately, but I've been busy with other stuff, so it's fine so far.
Yeah, I'm afraid that we are all a bit in your situation with not much music involved. And we are here because you were a kind of live from Eurosonic Noorderslag in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Was nice for you participate in this way. Okay, it's just online and virtual, but did you find interesting? Did you find nice?
Yeah, actually it was kind of a nice but also weird experience in some way. I've been to Eurosonic I think 2 years ago, like in person when it was still happening in Groningen, and it's a massive festival. So this time I actually did not miss the running around in like -3 degrees Celsius. And it was nice to see the bands and also the conference, and like sitting here in my chair at home with a cup of coffee. It was kind of nice, and I actually got to see a lot more bands than when I was actually there, because it was just impossible then. So yeah, it was a fun experience like this.
Yeah, I think that the same is like that. For me, it's the same. You have the whole afternoon normally that you do an interview. Then in the evening, as you say, normally in Groningen, in that period is snowing. By the way, Saturday was snowing. So yeah, you run, as you say, a -3. Normally get to see 2 or 3 songs of the first act, and then I run to the other place, and I hope to see the last 2, 3 songs again. And it's true, I saw almost everybody. And if you miss someone that you had really interest, you can always go back and see it online, because it will be online for another period. And how did you spend the lockdown? I don't
uh
know. Are you in lockdown there? Have
yeah,
you
we are
been in
actually.
lockdown?
Yeah, and our city is right now under a more strict lockdown than the rest of the country, because the situation was really bad in our city, so they locked it down, and we are not allowed to go outside the region. So we've been home basically, well, for at least a month now. The last time I've seen my bandmates was actually when we shot the concert for Eurosonic, which was the beginning of December, and now it's almost the end of January. So yeah, so we've been home a lot, but we've been working online for some stuff, and yeah, just trying to keep busy online.
Yeah, I think a bit everybody. And how did you start the three, if I'm not mistaken, the three of you to make music?
Actually, we met back in 2012, I think, and all three of us, we had like different bands. And actually the other two guys from Lover, Tom the singer and Michel the bass and guitar player, they already had a band, and their drummer just left, so they invited me to come and join this band. And we played like that for 5 years, I think, or maybe 6. And then in 2018, we decided to give it a sort of a fresh spin on the band. So we changed the name, we changed the music style a bit, and that's how Lover started in 2018 in May. Yeah, but we've been playing together for 8 years now, basically.
Okay, good, good. And since you are together, like the three of us, do you have a favorite memory? Playing somewhere or some gig or the band
Hmm.
track breakdown somewhere middle of nowhere, you know.
Well, we've been uh, lucky that hasn't happened to us so far, I think. But there has been some really great uh, concerts. For example, we played Pohoda Festival. It's the biggest Slovak festival, probably. We've played it like 3 or 4 times now, and every time it's just bigger and better, and we get better play times and better stages. And in 2019, it was just this amazing experience. We played the first evening of the festival. At that time, it was just us and one other band playing, and there was already like 25,000 people at the festival. So we had like, I don't know, like 10, 11,000 people in the tent. We played the biggest tent at the airport, and it was like such an amazing experience. We've never played in front of such a lot of people. So that was,
Yeah.
yeah, that was probably the best gig we played.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can imagine that. Also, the adrenaline of see so many people
yeah.
looking at you can be very, yeah, very exciting.
No, you know what? Actually, it's a lot easier to play in front of that many people. It's much harder to play in front of like 20 or 25, because then the adrenaline is like, what do we do now? Like how do we get to them? But as long as there's like 10,000 people, it gets so much easier.
Yeah, for 20 people, it's like everybody's looking at you.
Yeah, yeah,
And 10,000, maybe somebody is having a smoke, maybe somebody is going to the toilet, maybe somebody is having a
yeah.
beer. No, I can understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And well, I saw your exhibition, your show, your mini gig at Eurosonic. I enjoy. I like it.
Thank
Fresh
you.
pop rock. Yeah, it's what personally I like in music. And what are the planning for 2021? I mean, for what we can plan, new music or maybe some festival that you have kind of, okay, we book or we are being booked, and if the festival is not going to happen, yeah, we know. What are the future? What are you expecting for the future?
Well, as for the festivals and concerts, I'm trying to keep it like on a steady level. I mean, we don't know whether there's going to be some festivals or some concerts. So we have some like confirmed, but I'm not giving big, like, I don't have big hopes for that. But what I do have big hopes for is that we'll finally finish our debut album, which we wanted to release, well, at the beginning of last year, basically. And but then the pandemic hit, and we weren't able to finish it properly. So uh, we hope to finish it by this summer, I think. I mean, we have all of the tracks ready. They just need a bit of polishing and like just like some final touches. And yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be called "It Is What It Is," and it is basically a sort of a manifesto to us, like letting go, because we have been a lot of times when we are making music, we were just like constrained by these visions and these sounds that we want to sound like this, we want to explore this and whatever. And now we've been creating songs where we just have fun, and like we don't actually like care what they sound like, or whether they are, I don't know, like serious enough, or whether they are sad or happy, or you can dance to them or whatever. So we've been literally just like creating ideas and music that are fun to us, and that's going to be that's going to be the album. So I'm really excited for that, and hopefully we get to release that this year, because it's been in the works for at least like 2 years now. So
Yeah, okay,
I think it's time.
yeah, always the same, always the same. So you need something new and fresh. I can understand. Well, there are also some bands that take 5, 8, 10 years for release an album. So 2 years look to me still doable.
Yeah. But we actually did release a few singles from the album, but that was last year, just before summer. We started releasing them in April, I think, and we were hoping to release the album like just after we released all the singles, and we released 5 of them, and then the quarantine came, the lockdown, and then we just weren't able to finish it. But now it's gonna be so much better than if we would have released it back then. So
okay. And do you think that you would like to come again in physical to Eurosonic?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would be an amazing experience.
Good. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. That was all the question, and I hope to see you around and listen to your music soon.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting us.